Guys, I feel like I done died and came back to life. I feel like I went to the darkest of places, embraced my shadow, and became the light. I feel like I have challenged every area of my life. And I know somebody's watching this has done that too. I know. Because the message for today is literally realize your power. Honestly, realize your power. See, we get stuck on readings and we get stuck on messages from everybody else. We get stuck on those things and then we get upset when we feel like we got to keep going to set that person or whatever to receive some message that the universe, God, source has been trying to give you all along. And it's nothing wrong with that because that's how you build. You might start off that way. But then as you grow and you get an understanding and different things and you go along, then you realize that those same messages you're receiving already. It's supposed to be just confirmation, but realize your power. Realize who you are. The truth is, nobody can tell you about you more than you. It resonates so toughly because you know deep down inside that these messages are true and that you, of course, you resonate with them because you've been through these experiences. But that doesn't mean that you don't have the power to speak to yourself, that you don't have the power to encourage yourself. I was thinking about this song today when I was receiving this message, and I was just like, it's called Strength, Courage, and Wisdom from India Irie. Somebody needs to listen to that song right now. It's a song that I grew up listening to and singing, and I had no idea as a child how much I will resonate with that later on in life, how much I needed to hear those words when I was a child and growing up. I'm like, shoot, like that's why I've had this strength. That's why every time I get knocked down, I get back up. That's why every time I want to quit, I don't. That's why every time I didn't want to live anymore, I still chose to live because I had strength. I had courage throughout my life when some people, they didn't want to talk to people because of how higher up they are. I had no fear. Some people was afraid to approach other people because they were just afraid of what they would say or what would happen. I wasn't. I had courage. And then the wisdom came along with I wasn't even surrounding myself around certain people and people would look at me crazy. When you show me who you are, I definitely believe it at that moment in time. When you show me something else, I believe that too. But I've gone through life and I went through life creating boundaries for myself very young. When it comes to people, I didn't play in relationships. I knew exactly what it is that I was looking for since I was young. Even relationships with family members. You'll probably ask anybody in my family, and they'll tell you that since I was young, I'm the one that I kind of keep myself over here. When I see certain things or when I notice certain things happen with other people, I keep myself over here. I used to be the one that want to protect everybody. Who are you trying to protect? And I realized when I had to go into those dark places that most people don't want to go to, most people don't want to embrace the darkness. They don't want to embrace their shadow self. That is you, and it's a great and powerful thing because when you go there, you're going to realize just how strong you are. And you're going to realize it's not really like what everybody's been saying. It's not this sob, sorry, sad song. You're going to realize that. Realize it for yourself and don't go off of other people's experiences of them struggling and them going through this and them having, days where they have to do this or do whatever it might be that they say. This message is specifically for those that are watching it, period. If you're watching this for you, why? Because I don't use hashtags. I haven't used hashtags in my videos on TikTok in a very, very long time. And I don't want to say like, yeah, I don't know how long, but I know at a certain point I stopped using them because I just said, I'm just going to trust the process. I'm tired of getting stressed out over which hashtag to use, which distance so people can be able to receive what it is I'm trying to give. And I say, you know what, universe, if this is what you want me to do, it's going to reach the people it needs to reach. I'm tired of stressing out about it. I'm tired. I really just want to give out to people what it is that I've gone through my life experience and be able to help people along the way so that they can understand that some things you just don't have to go through. Some things you don't. I took the tough road, and I feel like I took that road to be able to come to people like you and to be able to share that experience. We all have experiences and stories that are definitely, I feel like, meant to be shared. But I know I've gone through an incredible and really just kind of like, you guys will hear about it in my book. You'll hear about it in my book. But make sure that you're ready to laugh, to cry, and to feel more motivated to make a change and a difference in your life than you've ever felt. Because that strength and that courage and that wisdom that was inside of me, that I received those lyrics to as a young kid, it's allowed me to be who I am. And that same strength, courage, and wisdom that I have is the same strength, courage, and wisdom that you have on the inside of you. You have what it takes to not rely on anybody else anymore. You have what it takes to go as far as you can, and then let Source, the universe, or God take it from there. Just do as much as you can do. I too feel like there's so many roadblocks that get in the way when I'm trying to do certain things. I've been working on my book for 4 years now, on and off, and now I'm finally being in a position to be able to release it, and I feel like, oh, there's another roadblock, because I'm trying to make sure that the editing is perfect. And I'm releasing that. Because it'll keep me stagnant. Release whatever you need to release that's keeping you stagnant, because the message that you have is more important than whether a comma is there or not. The message that you have, whether you're an author or a singer, I'm a singer and a songwriter too, the message you have is worth getting out there. Even if you don't sound like everybody else sounds, who cares? You're meant to do what you love to do here, and it's not measured by anybody else. What it is that they say, how they feel, it's somebody out here for everybody. One person think you suck one day, and then they come back and be like, oh, I think I can't get that song on my head. It doesn't matter. Stop worrying about everybody else and be concerned about you. Activate that strength, activate that courage, activate that wisdom that you have that's deep down on the inside of you. India Irie said it like this. She said, strength, courage, and wisdom, it's been inside of me all along. I found strength, courage, and wisdom inside of me. That's what she said. And no, that wasn't perfect. That wasn't the key I wanted to be in. I don't give a care. Because the message is that it's inside of you. So stop looking for it from a video. Stop looking for it from a message from somebody else. And when you are receiving the messages through numbers, through crystals, through things that you watch on TV, through just driving by, through strangers. I talked about strangers in my book. How they're not really strangers. It's so many connections through people that are considered strangers, right? Not a part of the bloodline, not really family, but just a person that says something to you. And you're like, oh, shoot, that's what I needed to hear. Where'd that come from? You have the power. You create your reality. And you go as far as you can. As far as you can. Being your most authentic self, not caring about what anybody else has to say or think. That's when it matters. And that's when you'll see the shift that you're desiring to see. Please know that you are magic. I say it all the time. You hold the wand. It ain't just for the people that's pulling the card and say, oh, well, that's for that person. That's for that zodiac sign. No, you're every zodiac sign. You hold the power and you got this. And I want to see you rise. As I'm seeing myself rise too. But I want to see you rise too, because it's time. So I'm going to leave it. Remember, you're magic. So be magical. Spread love and share your story, because it's so worth it. You've been through enough. Now it's time to rise. Now it's time to share. Peace.